Welcome to Park Center High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Soccer. A rivalry game today as the Champlin Park Rebels make the short trip down to take on the Park Center Pirates. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Ligry. And boy, so far so good for Park Center this year, Sig. 4-0 start, very experienced team, an awful lot of familiar names. They had about 16 returners from their varsity from last year. They're looking for good things today and for the rest of the season.
Well, absolutely. As we're talking to the coach before the game, they're talking about how the team is so together as a unit. You know, they have all these returning players, so they doesn't have to worry about individual talents going on their own. They're playing together very solidly, moving the ball, and scoring pretty well.
And for Champlin Park, it's kind of the flip story. They only have 3 returners from a team that went to the section final last year and beat Park Center pretty handily early in the season. However, their coach Scott Dossett said it's probably as good of a team as he's had. Maybe not as much individual stars or names that everybody remembers, but they've been just playing really well as a group.
Absolutely, and that's a key to a good team. They're 2-1, so it's early in the season. But the coaching staff is very happy with the way they're playing. They're very happy with the team unity, similar to Park Center, only it's kind of early in the season to really tell. But that's a big plus for Champlin Park to come in here with a team that's confident. They know how to move the ball. They're very concerned about controlling the midfield, feeling that whoever controls the midfield is going to have a good chance to win this match.
Really getting into a busy stretch of the schedule. You kind of got the feeling from both coaches that this is sort of the beginning of the part where we really tell what we have.
Yeah, this is going to be the litmus test for both teams. They want to see how they go against a team that they know is good. You know, they have their own confidence, but there's always that lingering, gee, how well do we do against an experienced team?
All right, should be a good one here today. They've had some great matchups in the past, and these teams looking to do things pretty solidly here in 2019 as well. It's the Rebels and the Pirates, and it comes your way next here on CCX Sports.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here to Park Center as we've completed the lineups and anthem here and getting set for the start of today's game. Champlin Park, as we said, a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, and they've got senior Benjamin Litwin starting in goal, and a lot of sophomores in the lineup as well for Champlin Park. As you see their lineup, Brandon Bloss, Noah Azira-Mabera, Jake Marsalek, defenders of William Heinen, Kalinius Ogariwar, Cullen McSweeney, one of their captains, Cole Bridson, and then up front, Chandler Merrick, Leo Kane, who's a freshman, and Cullen Mork, a sophomore for the Rebels. And for Park Center, their lineup, again, a lot of familiar names from doing their games last year. Brody Ping in goal, Angel Cuate, Daniel Salado Herrera, Charlie Dwyer, and then Kyle Wamstead rounding out the D. Gabriel Yenka, Harold Camacho, Cameron Granner, and then a talented group up front for the Pirates, Eddie Swen, Sekou Manoba, and their leading scorer, Chief Williams, who is a captain along with Daniel Salado Herrera and Brody Ping. And we are underway as Park Center possessing first here. Ball onto the foot there of Camacho, looking up left side, and is able to make the connection there as he finds Chief Williams. Williams trying to get back to the ball here. This is going to be an early corner kick as the Rebels able to kind of get over and shield Williams from getting to the goal, but not able to control the ball. So Park Center gets an immediate corner out of it here.
Early opportunity for a set play.
Yenka taking the corner with the left foot here.
Nice centering pass.
Bounces free, and a try at it there, but never made it to the net.
Couldn't quite get enough mustard on that shot. So kind of dribbled in where it was blocked. Now Champlin Park with the throw-in going the other way.
I got the impression that Scott Dawson kind of liked being the underdog. He said, you know, everybody expects not much of us because of all the good players that we lost. But he said, you know, I think this group's going to be better than maybe what people realize. Headed out of play there by Dwyer. It'll be a throw for Champlin Park. Up the sideline here is Chandler Merrick coming to take this throw in. Try to get ahead on it. Now it comes right back to Merrick. He'll serve that one out front, but knocked down. Then volleyed high in the air there by Cole Bridson. It's going to bounce wide of the mark. Ping watches it go. Brody Ping, we asked Coach Barnhouse about him, and he said, you know, we feel good about him, and especially the past 2 games, he's really played well. Here's a look at Jason Barnhouse. High bouncer there. Slammed out of there by Merrick, and now, oh, Rebels looked like they had a little something going, but then the pass behind its target, and Wamstead broke it up.
And this is what we were talking about, the battle of the midfield.
Quick interception there. Rebels turning it back the other way. Colin Mork then lost it. Williams coming to meet it, tries to go outside with it for Swen, and he's able to run it down just before it crosses the line. Swen back for Williams, and he'll cross one to the middle, and almost a good chance there, but Litwin comes out to grab it. We asked Coach Dawson about Litwin, and he paused for a moment, and I thought at first maybe he meant, you know, I'm not so sure about him, but it was more so he said he just hasn't faced many shots yet. We've been able to hold teams or possess the ball enough that he hasn't really been tested all that much.
That gives you great stats, but it's also a little bit misleading. The good news is that the team is controlling the ball and mounting good offensive thrusts.
The throw-in coming up here for Champlin Park. Brandon Bloss over to retrieve it, and he'll trigger it back in here for the Rebels. A strong step up there by Quate to knock that one away. Rebels get another throw here. No score on the board and no chances yet for either side. We're very early in the contest, and what I was remarking about earlier about the sun, Brody Ping was standing there shielding his eyes. I mean, any ball in the air, especially early part of this game, could be an issue at that end of the field. Not that it's an uncommon thing, though. I mean, that's just part of it. But
yep. But it does have a factor in the game. So if you're the coach, you want to tell your team, hey, take some shots from the outside and hide. Try and give that keeper some fits with the sun.
Long throw in here, looking for Kane, and he bounces it through. Whoa. And wow, Champlin Park converting early as the freshman Kane fielding that high bounce and able to just volley one home, and the Rebels will take an early lead here. As Ping came out and then kind of got caught in no man's land there. So the Rebels, you see the throw in here by Merrick, and watch this high bounce. It was just onside, and he just got the header to it before Ping could get out there. Here come the Rebels again, and that one's going to roll all the way through to the keeper, Ping. But Champlin Park showing a little quick strike ability there, really kind of caught him off guard. Here's a nice ball up the left side to Williams. Chief Williams battling there with Azira Mabera for Champlin Park, and the Rebels quickly convert but have it taken in turn by Eddie Swen. Little space in the middle briefly, but then it got closed down as Agariwar closed in. Dwyer chasing it down. He's going to use ping. And now Mork's pass taken by Swen, but he had a little trouble controlling it. Now Swen gets it back. Next pass, though, was broken up. Nice header there by Heinen for Champlin Park into the Pirates territory. Dwyer knocking it up the side, looking to go to Swen, but couldn't quite keep it in play. Another look at that goal.
It looks like he didn't quite make a commitment up or back. I think then he got, like I said, he was caught in no man's land. I think he wanted to come out further and cut down the angle and then change his mind.
Boy, and it was nice. You have to give credit for the timing, and I was close to being offside, but not quite.
It was a good set play.
And I think it really kind of stunned Park Center. It just, the way it developed, they weren't expecting, and Ping was going to come out to challenge it all. You just didn't expect that he'd be able to get ahead on the ball that quickly.
Exactly. So good heads-up play by the Rebels.
And an interesting one in a way, too, that Champlin Park, of course, does not have artificial turf. I'd say chances are very good that on grass, that ball wouldn't have bounced high enough for him to head it in like that.
Good point.
Battle for it here, and play goes on. Pirates looking to switch it over to their left side. Wamstead coming back to meet it, but then knocked away from him and put toward the net by Cullen Mork. Ping will drive it out of there, and he gets plenty of foot into this one. But the Rebels able to quickly get it back. Flicked out of there by Salado Herrera. And that one mishit up the sideline, so Champlin Park will get a throw. Rebels scoring about 4.5 minutes in to take an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, prior to that, for the first 5 minutes or so, it was a back and forth in the midfield, and neither team getting really any advantageous shots on goal. Then all of a sudden, on that set play, Rebels scored.
Yeah, it's a great feeling for the offense and not great feeling for the D when the first real chance of the game goes in like that. It was kind of, I admit, I was kind of caught off guard a little bit too. All of a sudden you're thinking it looked like a nice throw-in, but nothing that was going to lead to an immediate goal like that.
Yeah, and from the angle that we have, when I looked at it, it looked like it went over into the side, but then you realize, wow, it went in.
Header flicked on, and here come the Rebels here looking to attack up the middle. Tried to get a return pass there, but Heinen didn't hit it very strong. Heinen almost got that ball back, but now the pass will be intercepted. Rebels making a little better use of short passes, I think, to connect on the way up.
Yeah, that was a nice redirect pass there. It didn't go where they wanted it, but you can see what they're trying to do with those short passes.
Ball deflected, and Chief Williams gets ahead of steam ahead of the pack here. Puts a left-footed shot. And it trickles just wide.
What a great shot, though.
Really the right idea for sure on that one. And it is going to be a corner, so they did get a piece of it. This ball deflected, and all of a sudden, look at Williams. He turned on the speed and got past, and you see...
Did he get a finger on deflected. I think he did. That's probably why it went wide.
I wasn't too sure in the first look or even on that one that he really did, but it looked like it might have been, so they call it the corner, and now Rebels able to quickly get possession, and here they come back the other way, going ahead now for Heinen. Heinen waiting for a little help as he's about 2 against 4 at the moment. Now finds the trailer with it, and stepping through in alone for the goal is Cole Bridson, the sophomore. Park Center caught flat-footed on D as Heinen did a nice job waiting for help, and then when he got it back to Bridson, I'm not really sure. The D just kind of seemed to stop there.
Yeah, it's like they were watching the game. To see it again on a replay to see exactly what happened around. Here they are.
And you see there's no question of it being offside or anything because he's way back there and just pushed it ahead to himself. And Park Center really caught unaware at the trailer. It was like they kind of relaxed, like they thought they had Heinen sealed off, so then they were good to go. But Bridson did a nice job of finding the space and able to put it away.
He went in there untouched, actually, once he got past the line.
So a couple of good plays by the offense, but maybe defensive lapses as well, especially that one. And so a quick 2-0 lead here for Champlin Park. Rebels able to knock it out of play here off the field, and Park Center looking to get a throw. So, boy, it wasn't long after that really good chance for Park Center, and their first and really only chance so far by Williams there. And Champlin Park moves the ball upfield nicely, and just like that, it's in the net for a second time. Battle back and forth here, and finally controlled here by Park Center's Yanka trying to cross that ball, but it was denied. It'll be a throw here for the Pirates.
Park Center wants to get a goal and get it fast to get back in the match and get the momentum back on their side. 'Cause as you were referring to, it looked like they really got caught flat-footed on that series.
Long throw in here. Rebels able to get good contact on his Bloss, knocks it out of there, but it'll be another throw coming for Park Center. Big battle for it here, and Pirates able to keep possession. Now they get it back here. Swen trying to get control right at the top of the box. Now he does, and he turns and he fires and he scores. Wow, we might be in for a high-scoring game. Looked like they knocked it away from Swen, but he didn't panic. He just got it right back and turned and had plenty of net to shoot at there and got it past Litwin, and Park Center on the board for the first time.
And I was just going to say, looking at the stats, you can see that Park Center does have two high-scoring forwards, Swen being one of them. That time being able to break loose from the defender. Watch this nice footwork right here. Breaks from the defender, takes a shot right underneath the keeper. That's a quality goal.
A little over 12 minutes in, it is Swen getting his fourth goal of the season, and it's 2-1. You know, I was just thinking before that, Park Center's moving the ball well enough that, you know, they don't need to panic falling down. You know, obviously you don't want to fall behind like that, but kind of get the impression that they'll probably be able to generate some chances, and we might be on pace for a 7-6 game or something here. I doubt we'll really see that, but
you never know. Maybe the defenses will start to shore things up a little bit. But yeah, you're right. The Park Center's been moving the ball well. The key for them is to get the ball up forward to Williams and Sven.
Battle for it in midfield, and Heinen does a nice job winning it for the Rebels. Ping's going to come way out, but he'll have to play it with the feet here. Now brings it back into the box as Kane came chasing after him. So a pretty action-packed beginning to this game. Champlin Park getting a couple of pretty quick goals in just over 10 minutes, and then a couple minutes after that, Eddie Swen putting his fourth of the year in for Park Center. And we sit at 2-1. Heinen shrugs off a defender there. Pushes it out. Can he catch up to it here? Not quite.
So certainly had the right idea going on the right side, trying to get that ball over to the center area. Just ran out of real estate.
Ping getting set to put it back in play. Knocked ahead here by Kane and not quite going to be able to track it down. Park Center will get a throw. Looks like our first substitution here, or one of the first, is Granner will come back in now. Camacho checking out. Sent ahead trying to go to Williams there, but Marsalek got there first. Battle in the middle. Kane again trying to sneak past everyone, but Ping able to grab it.
Yeah, that may have been ominous because that ball did the same thing. It bounced off the surface and came a lot up a lot higher than they were anticipating. It's almost a repeat of the first goal.
Going to be overruled here. Champlin Park throw. I think the far side official had originally signaled Park Center.
Center referee for this match is Jacob Holm.
Nice ball here, and now they've got Heinen out to the right again. Their last goal developed a little bit like this, although there are more players back, certainly. Heinen crossing it here and wanted to go far post there to Ogariwar, but just didn't quite connect. He had to hang on and to stay on side there, so we get a goal kick for Ping and the Pirates. Champlin Park blitzed its first two opponents pretty good, beating Spring Lake Park and Elk River both 6-1, and then a 3-2 overtime loss to Maple Grove. Meanwhile, for Park Center, started with wins over Osseo, Rogers, and Centennial, followed by a non-conference game over Roseville. Shot attempt there from Chief Williams was blocked. And then we're going to get a foul called here. Ogariwar tripped up a Pirate, so we get a free kick coming here for Park Center, and in a reasonably difficult dangerous spot. He's got a little bit of a angle out to the right, but presents a few different possibilities here.
Yes, it does. You can go for the quick shot right at goal, or you can try to send over to the left side and get a redirect. Surprisingly, that's their first foul of this match. Yeah, they're going right at the keeper.
And there's Litwin sure-handed on that catch on a head-high ball there.
He saw that one coming in all the way, no problem covering that shot.
Long bouncer up the sideline. It'll be a throw for Park Center as it goes out of play. Rebels getting set to make a change or two here. Josh Warwa, number 24, will come in. And so a throw in here for Champlin Park as they try and build on this 2-1 lead. High bouncer into the middle. Now they send it over for Heinen. Nice decoy there, puts it out front, and then it was mishit. Ball overrun a little bit there though, and now Merrick trying to get control here for Champlin Park. Overrun, and Swen now playing it ahead to himself. Race for it here, and it's going to be a corner coming up. Not much else Marsalek could do there, as he didn't want Swen coming in alone on his keeper. And Litwin had started to come out, and then it was he was going to be maybe a little in between here too. So right play by Marsalek as he took the right angle, and then just at that point, I mean, ideally you don't want it to be a corner, but you don't have much choice.
Right. He made the right decision. Go for the corner rather than giving up a shot on goal, especially with the way Swen can kick that ball.
Yanka's corner kick bounding around, and now the Pirates try and get it back, but Rebels able to at least push it back out to midfield here. Dwyer there to get it. And then nobody home up the right side for Park Center. It'll be a throw as the Pirates kind of look at each other. They're not quite on the same page there on where that pass was going to be or should be. And Caden Vinar coming in here for Champlin Park. You see him, 38. Coach Dossett said, we don't have a real deep bench tonight. We've got a couple guys who played a little bit in the JV, but you know, we'll work them in here as needed. And as we remarked in the pregame, a little warmer than it's been. And I feel like it doesn't take long before your body kind of gets acclimated to when it started to cool down. And now, you know, back to a little warmer.
Yeah, well, the good news is it's not very humid out here, so that's the good news. It's a big battle for the ball. This is kind of what we expected, a real battle in the midfield, and it's been exactly that, back and forth. Neither team getting a distinct advantage. Here comes the Rebels.
Bridson trying to go up the right side. They're looking for Vinar. Rebels able to gain control again. The return pass, though, was broken up. Williams trying to volley that one to himself there beyond the defender. Pretty well played, though. But Champlin Park, and looks like that ball must have crossed the touchline there, and so we'll bring it back and get a throw-in coming up. Bright Annan coming in here for Park Center. Champlin Park will get a throw as we've passed the halfway point of this first half, and Champlin Park leading it by a score of 2-1. They scored the first 2 goals before Eddie Swen answered for Park Center. Starting to get just a little more physical. As Sig mentioned, we went a long way without a foul, and seeing a little bit more aggression here of late, but still mainly a pretty clean game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of contact, but not too many that were out of sorts.
Dwyer will boot it. I mean, both coaches kind of talked about it. It's a physical conference. There's definitely some physical play in the Northwest Suburban, but one thing that I think kind of makes that a little less likely. Oh, nice return pass here. Vinar putting it out front, blocked. Here's another chance. I want to goal. The Rebels strike for a 3rd time, and it's again going to be Kane getting his 2nd of the game. It looked like the initial chance was kind of denied, but they stuck with it. And he is able to put it away for his 2nd of the game. He did a nice job of kind of hanging back on the top and not getting in too deep here.
Look at this passing. This is just excellent. There's a miscue on the defense. Tried to push it out, and Connor was right there to bury it. Nice passing by the Rebels. This is excellent.
But right there, Park Center would have a couple of touches they'd like to do over again because they kind of just put it right out. I mean, obviously not on purpose, but put it right out there for him. So 3rd goal of the night for the Rebels. Leo gets a little hug there as he has had a good start for sure for Champlin Park.
Yeah, not bad. 2 goals in the first half. Now the Pirates are again looking at a slightly uphill battle, but like you were saying, Jay, these guys know how to score. They've been moving the ball well. They got 2 or 3 outstanding shooters up top, so they're not going to panic.
Well, they have given up a total of 4 goals so far in the first 4 games, and now they're
3 in one game.
Yeah, they're closing in on that here in this first half, perhaps.
Well, that's high school soccer. You absolutely never know what's going to happen.
Ball sent ahead here, but Ping will win the race to it as Jonas Kane, another sophomore, trying to get there for Champlin Park in those light blue shoes. He has just checked in a moment ago. Throw in coming here for Champlin Park. I'm sorry, looks like a free kick instead. A foul called against the Rebels. Or excuse me, the Pirates there.
Their first, according to our ace statistician.
Headed out of there initially, but the Rebels able to, well, they had control for a moment, but then taken and trying to spring Chief Williams up the middle there. But a pretty good job by Marsalek to get a header on that one, and Park Center's going to take the throw in. And you have to just clear that one away as Salado Herrera got over there to knock it out. Throw in coming for Champlin Park. Foul call here against Park Center, so the Rebels will get another free kick. They have looked solid in this first half. I mean, obviously getting the 3 goals looks good, but they've played a winning brand of soccer so far here. I think even just aside from getting those goals. Sent in long, and Ping will grab that one.
And those are not easy for the keeper because it's coming in high in that sunlight. He was kind of backpedaling a little bit, but managed to bring it in safely.
Yeah, it looked like he was able to kind of keep his body turned to an angle where he could see it, reasonably well without having to shield the eyes or anything. Get those little tricks, kind of like an outfielder in baseball, where you sort of avoid staring straight at the sun if you can possibly manage it. Merrick will take the throw in here for Champlin Park. Off the chest and out there of Wamstead. So Merrick will take the throw. He had an assist on a throw in earlier in the first goal of the game. That one does not connect. It'll be a goal kick here for Park Center. Some more changes here as the Rebels going to make some substitutions. Agarewar will come back in along with Dominic Vasquez, number 20. And also Heinen will be back in. Williams trying to get to that one, or I'm sorry, make that Sampson.
In the last 5 or 6 minutes, Champlin Park defense and midfield combined has been keeping the Pirate offense at bay.
Yeah, they really have. They haven't generated that many chances themselves either, but they've certainly possessed it or at least kept it in Park Center's end of the field. And obviously, like Coach was saying earlier, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. If we're attacking and staying in attack mode, they're not going to get a lot of chances.
That's true. Even when they did, the defense came up and shut them down.
Pirates clear it out of there, but it will result in a corner kick upcoming here for Champlin Park. I believe that's their first, isn't it?
Yep. Looking over at our stats guy, that's the first corner of the match.
Heinen will take it.
That's our illustrious Willie Makem. Oh, Willie Markham.
A little too high for the header there. Rebels trying to run it down, keep it alive, but couldn't do it. It'll be a throw here for Park Center. And Juan Bello getting set to come in for Park Center. Clearing try blocked there. And this foul going to be called against Park Center. Even though their player was on the ground, he was kind of holding them up.
A lot of jostling around by both teams up on the 15-yard line. Anticipating this kick to be deep, and it is.
Out front, header directed away from the goal actually by Vasquez there. And then cleared out by Park Center, and the Rebels will get another throw. And I think Park Center's starting to get a little bit frustrated. They're just not able to move the ball upfield at all. They've been pinned in their own end a lot of late here. Here's a shot attempt that skips off a defender, and Ping's gonna have to come out and grab it. Ping driving it upfield. Interesting, we're seeing Swen and Williams getting fairly long breaks. They're getting set to come back in right now, but they haven't been out there. That might have something to do with a little bit too why they haven't been able to get much offense generated of late. You see a trio of Park Center guys getting set to come back in. Heinen trying to cut it out front. He plays it to the middle, but Ping able to reach out and grab it.
He had a forward with him, but couldn't get the right angle. Park Center trying now to penetrate that defense, and it's taken away nicely by the defense.
Really solid one-on-one defensive play there by Cullen McSweeney for Champlin Park, and then equally good at the other end there, the takeaway for Park Center, Yenka. Trying to go up the left side here, looking for Adawalu Oyadokin, better known as Sampson, they say, so I'll stick with that from now on, I think. But
much easier to say.
Yeah, that's for sure, but that's the name everybody around PC knows him by anyway, I guess, is Sampson. So get a throw coming here for Champlin Park. Merrick will take it again here for the Rebels. They lead it 3-1 as we tick under 10 minutes to play in this opening half. And once again, knocked out of play by Park Center, so another throw more toward the corner coming for Champlin Park's junior Chandler Merrick. Merrick's going to try and get a good run and see if he can't get this one in deep into the box, and it's going to come right to Ping. Able to get it there as they were looking for the header. I like the way that Merrick's been aggressive with the throws, though, looking to lead directly to a scoring chance. Sometimes people are just looking to get the ball in play, but he's if it's there, he's trying to get an immediate opportunity out of it.
Yeah, very offensive minded.
Another throw coming here for Champlin Park.
And again, the Pirates having a tough time getting the ball out of their own defensive zone.
Yeah, really more and more so as the half has gone on, too. Early on, they certainly had some, possession time and a few opportunities here and there, and of course got the one goal. But all in all, as the half has worn on, it's been more and more of a Champlin Park half.
Yeah, Champlin Park has been winning those 50-50 balls.
Freed up another one there, and now the Pirates getting it going the other way. Knocked away there from Diego Zavala Varela. And the Rebels trying to counter, but then a quick takeaway again, and here comes Park Center. Bello giving that ball up to Yenka. Dwyer's pass intercepted. And then turned back over by Champlin Park. Flicked ahead there by Sampson. Collision there. It'll be a throw for Park Center.
And finally, Park Center gets a chance to get their subs back into the game.
Bridson coming back in for Champlin Park, and then you see Williams and Swen and Manoba returning for Park Center, and good timing for that as they get to throw in pretty deep in the Rebels territory here with some of their top guns coming back in.
Yeah, those top guns have accounted for 9 of the goals in the first few games for the Pirates.
Throw in here and a turnaround try. Oh, an opportunity. Swen coming up with it in close. He shoots, and it's knocked in. Williams, I believe, will get it as it hit him up high.
Yeah, he was the closest player to it.
Well, we're going to have a discussion. This may be offside. Rebels saying it shouldn't count. Pirates thinking it will or should.
Yeah,
no goal.
So apparently the assistant referee on the far side called that offside. Let's see it.
See the pass, Swen grabbing it right here, flicking it. Oh, maybe saying a handball there? I thought it hit his head, but I'm not so sure on second look.
Yeah, it's definitely a foul, and where it was, the ball was positioned, I think you're right. I think that was a handball.
And then, you know, our second look on the replay, I would say I might have to agree. It looked like he kind of got it with his arm more than... Close one there, and I think Park Center was trying to sell it as though, well, it hit his body, but not, you know, his actual, not enough to be a handball. But officials disagree, so they wipe it out. Rebels getting an opportunity here, but then you see another look at this one. You see Swen shooting.
Right there. There's the hand coming in.
Yeah, it was a tough one to tell.
Yeah,
it was almost hit by a Rebels hand as well.
Yeah, I thought it came off a Rebel went in, but it came off the Park Center hand as he was getting off the shoulder of the defender. Officials doing the right thing, talking it over, get the right call. So it remains 3-1, Champlin Park.
Williams sending it back, and now it bounces around a couple times and lifted forward but too far, looking for Swen up the left side. And it will be a throw in here for Champlin Park. So they dodge a bullet a little bit here to keep a 2-goal lead, as it looked like Park Center might have pulled to within one, but not quite. Here's Kane, who already has 2 goals, a talented freshman.
Wow, nice play. Good football movement and a nice pass. Just not quite there.
Yeah, well defended. Otherwise, that one was going to be right on target to Bridson. And it'll be a goal kick coming for Brody Ping and the Pirates. Kind of been a weird start, I would say, for Ping. I don't know. They would say that the goals for the most part have been his fault, although it's just been bad circumstances, and then a couple not great defensive plays in front of him too.
Yeah, that second goal was just like, wow.
Merrick will knock it out of play.
Oops. They made a mistake and picked up the ball on the wrong side of the line, and it's going to be a turnover.
So we get a free kick here for Champlin Park. Header to the outside, and that one's going to get out of play. Officials stopping it there. Rebels will get another throw, and they have just kind of slowly but surely seized control of this one. Kind of have the feeling that might be a big one, whether they go into the half up by 1 or 2, and if that goal had counted. Long throw, and Ping trying to grab it, ball bouncing around in close. And I believe we had this one whistled down offside.
Yeah, flag was up on the near side, so you're right, that was an offside. But a close call again with Champlin Park coming in there and just swarming all over the goal area.
So each team losing one potential goal there.
It's AR1 is Todd Anderson called that one. You see all the traffic out there. The flag is already up.
A little bit interesting because the keeper got knocked down, but it was pretty clear in that second look that it was by his own teammate.
Yes.
I think Park Center was, kind of saying somebody ran into our keeper, but in reality it was one of their guys. And Champlin Park was kind of saying basically they didn't feel they were offside either. So, yeah. Got, again, a close call at each end, and either one that goes as a goal.
Park Center would love to get a goal here to get within one, get going to the half and get their confidence built back up.
And you certainly have the feeling there could be more goals. Not that there necessarily will be, but,
It's certainly not out of the realm of possibilities the way things are going. Both teams are advancing well. They're moving the ball well. And they're attacking the goal area and getting some shots, some quality shots.
Push called here against Champlin Park, so Park Center will get a free kick out of it as we go down under 2 minutes to play in the opening half. So a pretty action-packed half. We've had a total of 4 goals, and then we had one each way in the last 5 minutes or so that were wiped out. Potential goals. Merrick chipping it high in the air here, and Rebels trying to get control back here. Boy, there's a battle for every loose ball right now. People are going hard after it. Dwyer back to gather here. Not much room to work with though, and taken from him. Nice work by Agariwar, but then the Pirates able to get it back. High bouncing ball here. Yanka trying to get it, and does. Chipped ahead, and here comes Yanka, but trying to go to Swen, and that one is banged out of there. We will get a throw here for Park Center. A little over a half minute to go in this first half, and the Pirates trying very hard to get back to within one before halftime. Kane coming back to meet it, lofts it long left side for Heinen. Wow, what a pass. Heinen trying to get a step on the D here. Heinen fires a left-footed shot, and it is in. He snuck it past Ping on the short side there. I don't think that's the shot that Ping was expecting from Heinen. I really thought he was going to cut that ball to the middle and try and get a shot that way. And instead, he goes left foot high on the short side, and he got it through Ping for a goal.
It's great ball control. Looking, checking the defense, sees he's got an opening, takes it, and right off the hands of the keeper, Ping, and makes it 4-1 with just seconds left to go in the half.
Boy, that was a really good pass to get it all the way across field like that. And then also a really good shot that I think, really maybe took Ping by surprise that he wasn't going to cut it back to the middle and go right foot. Just turned and ripped it, and maybe overplayed the angle just a little bit. It goes off his hands and in. And we've reached the halfway point of this one. A very high-scoring battle. This was actually the final score when these teams played a year ago. But at halftime, we're going to go in with a 4-1 lead for the Rebels. We'll take a timeout and look at some first-half highlights and then play our second half of the boys' game here on CCX.
You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Concession stand doing some business here at halftime at Park Center. A high-scoring first half here in the boys' game between Park Center and Champlin Park. Rebels leading it by a score of 4-1 as we check out some first half highlights in tonight's contest. And the Rebels didn't take too awful long to get started as a throw-in here by Chandler Merrick. One high bounce and then the header as Ping was coming out to meet it, and Leo Kane, the freshman, scoring about 4.5 minutes in. Then they pass back here, and Cole Bridson walking in alone. The D really caught off guard and didn't recover very well, and he's able to bury it. Then it's Eddie Swen, his pass blocked, but watch as he turns, gets it back, and just lets it rip. Finds the corner of the net. And 12:07 into the game, it's 2-1. But then Champlin Park continuing on. Here's a nice pass. This pass then knocked down, but then the clearing attempt, goes right to Kane. And he's able to pump that one home to make it a 3-1 lead for Champlin Park. And then late in the half, a long pass crossfield. Heinen gathering it. Looks like he might cut it to the middle. Instead, he rips it left-footed short side and got it through Ping with only 12 seconds to go in the first half to make it a 4-1 lead here for the Rebels.
And look at the numbers for the Pirates. 4 shots, 2 on goal, 3 fouls, 3 corner kicks. Rebels 6 shots, 4 on goal, 3 fouls, and 1 corner kick. So Rebels making pretty good efficient use of their shots.
Yeah, they were impressive in putting a few away. Park Center probably would like to have a couple of those back in terms of how they played them defensively, but that's all part of it as well. So a 4-1 lead for Champlin Park here at the halfway point of this one. We will take a break here and come back here with our second half of soccer. You're watching Northwest Suburban Conference play here on CCX, and watch for the girls' game between the Pirates and Rebels as well.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
From the home of the Park Center Pirates, the boys' game at the halfway mark. Champlin Park leading it by a score of 4-1. And the Pirates, certainly their work cut out for them, but they've shown an ability to put a few goals on the board. I don't think you could quite say this one's over yet with that margin, but obviously a little bit of an uphill battle for them, and they're kind of going to need to really probably keep the Rebels right here at 4 if they're going to have any chance at all in this second half. And I know Coach Barnhouse probably not, super pleased with what he saw in that first half, but still plenty of time to go in this one, plenty of time to go for the season as well, obviously.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustment they make for the Pirate defense. As you were saying, Jay, some of those goals were little bit questionable on how the defense was poised.
Well, don't forget to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week. Each week we choose 4 candidates, and you, our viewers, vote to decide the Play of the Week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org and then click Sports and Play of the Week, and it is brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove.
Announcer's not eligible.
Yeah, I think...
Just kidding. No.
Well, it's a Play of the Week, so you're not going to be the winner of the Play of the Week from up here, I think. So.
No.
Rebels ball to start it out, and here we go as we change ends for half 2. Heinen able to play it around the defender there, and then knocked away from him. Heinen coming up with a big play. It was interesting because Heinen earlier in the half had been playing up on the right side, and then when he subbed back in, he was up front on the left, and was able to make use of that left foot and maybe surprise Ping a little bit by going high, short side, and had a lot of pace on it. That's the thing. You know, you think, oh, the keeper got a piece of it, maybe he should have stopped it, but that one had some juice on it from that distance.
Oh, yeah, it did. It was, you can't fault the keeper for that one. It was coming in for like a bullet. The thing we were talking about is the rest of the defense needs to move up and help out the defender. Nice move by Park Center here. Ooh. Collision, and it's going to be against Park Center.
No, against Champlin Park.
The other Park Center.
Pass onto the foot of Williams. Overrun a little bit there, and here come the Rebels trying to counter. Be interesting to see, you know, just how much spark Park Center comes up with. I'm sure they're not pleased with the way the first half went, and I'm thinking they're probably a little surprised that, you know, with the good start they've had, that they've been, I don't know, dominated is the right word, but somewhat in that first half. And certainly on the scoreboard, that would be a correct term. Dwyer. Pass there, broken up. Lofted ahead as they try and let Williams run to it. Rebels not going to take any chances with that and had it knocked out of play. Throw here for Park Center. Nice strong step up there with the header. But Pirates able to maintain possession. They'll have to regroup at the back here though. Heinen trying to turn and go with it. Lifting it into the air, but the Pirates will come away with it instead as Yanka now the Rebels looking to counter. Kane trying to get free. Slams on the brakes here, and he'll go left side with it. Try to get a little return pass, and now they look over. Nice possession here back to Mork, and then they go back again, but that pass didn't connect. McSweeney had it, lost it, and chipped ahead there by Brandon Bloss. Merrick carrying it forward. Now he's shielded off it by Camacho. Chief Williams trying to spring Swen, but that one was pretty well read and taken. Good play there by Azira Mubera for Champlin Park. Now Williams, a little space to work with. Williams looking over now. Got it to Manoba. Knocked away there though, and it'll be out off of Park Center. A throw for Champlin Park. Looks like Park Center kind of really wants to up the tempo here, and if you're Champlin Park, I don't think you want to, you know, it's way too early to just sit back and be playing D or protecting the lead, but at the same time, I don't think they want the pace to really jack up like, you know, like Park Center would like it to right now.
Yeah, they want to slow it down a little bit, but that's not going to be easily done when you have that firepower up front for the Pirates.
Quade will throw it in here for Park Center. Yanka trying to shield off the Rebel to get to it. Lifted ahead, knocked ahead by Granner for Park Center. And then sent long. The race is on here. Going to come back with it to the keeper, and Ping, all he could really do was knock that one up in the air, and that goes out of play. We get a throw for Champlin Park.
Bloss taking the throw in. Looking to get it to Heinen. He tries that, but he's being double teamed.
Then that pass hits Heinen, and he's able to turn and get it. He's had a nice game so far.
Oh, wow.
Just about connected there with Bridson.
Boy, is that a nice move.
You start to really see what Coach Dossett meant about some of their young guys, kind of knowing the game well and just playing it well together, kind of using space nicely too, I think, on several occasions.
Right, and they're more than willing to give up the ball to somebody else, and they know how to get a good pass off and anticipate where their teammate's going to be.
Long ahead there to Williams, but knocked away from him. And now we get a foul called against Park Center. Maybe a little bit of frustration for the Pirates, or they're at least just trying to be more aggressive in this half, and it's cost them a couple times there.
Well, this is pretty far out, so it may not cost them all that much, depending on how they play it going in. Everybody's being marked up.
Header, and they tried to go back with another header to the top of the box here, but now recovered, and a shot attempt. Not too much on it. Ping able to grab it up. Battle in the air here and lofted ahead. Nice job to keep control. Whoops, and then he lost his footing there, Camacho, but sent ahead. Here's Chief Williams. Let's see who this went out off of. It's going to be a corner, so off the Rebel. I thought it might have caromed off Williams again after it was kicked by Champlin Park, but instead it'll be a corner for the Pirates as Gabe Yanka will take it.
And they need this one. They need to get a good corner off the set play here. See people moving around trying to get into position. Here it comes. It's going to be a little bit deep.
Comes loose out front. Williams trying to get a shot away, but that one was blocked, and that hurt Ogariwar. I think he hit legs with Williams when he shot that one, and he started hobbling right away, but it looks like he's going to be all right to stay in. We will head to the other side of the field for another corner, though, for the Pirates. Tapped away. Swen trying to come up with it. A lot of bodies in front to try and get it through, though, and it's knocked away. Kane's pass taken nicely by Quate. And it'll come back to Quate here, trying to go to the outside with it. And out of play, it'll be a throw for the Rebels. Manoba didn't think the ball had gone out, but the flag went up. It just barely got out when he was making that move to try and get around the Rebel. Another throw here for Champlin Park.
So they're advancing down the line, just doing it by throw instead of kicking.
See, and as the half went on in the first half, this is kind of how it developed too, where Champlin Park just kind of slowly but surely started to take possession more and keep the ball in the Pirates' end of the field and limit chances. And
take control, win, and as they said before the game, try to win the midfield.
Header there was going to go wide, and it'll be grabbed up by Brody Ping. They double up on the ball handler there and taken away.
Nice little heel kick.
Oh, nice return to Kane up the middle. Here's his shot and just wide. Looking for the hat trick there, and he nearly got it.
He didn't miss by much. That was a beautiful setup. It started with his own heel kick. Look at that heel kick right there. Nice return pass, past the defense.
Boy, that looks like a couple of guys who've played together before, or just a really good vision for the sport.
Oh, they obviously have played together. They knew where they were going to be. That's what we were just talking about. The Champlin Park team is doing a great job of working as a unit.
And really, it's one of the few good chances that haven't gone in. It's been that kind of a game where most of the time any good scoring chance has wound up in the net. And then, of course, we had one goal disallowed at each end fairly later in the first half as well that wound up in the net but were whistled down for infractions. One a handball, and we believe the other was an offside. But I think, maybe to a certain extent, Sig, that play that they just missed on was more impressive a setup than any of the other goals that they did get.
Yeah, it was. It was a beautiful setup.
Yeah, both guys were just right in sync too, on the same page.
And then Kona just took off, split the defense, left them behind. Here comes.
Oh, Williams trying to get a step here. Williams getting a shot or pass. I guess Swen coming up on the weak side, but couldn't quite get there, and it's off the side of the net. And a goal kick upcoming, but you can kind of get a sense, boy, Chief Williams, besides being really skilled, he can go to another gear here and just pull away from a defender. He didn't have much of an angle anymore by then, but he's trying to put it across, I think, to Swen, and he just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, if he hadn't tried going for the cross, that may have been in, because he could look at number 10, Chief Williams.
Miss hit there by the Rebels. That'll give a quick turnover here to Park Center, and then a foul call going against Heinen, who helps his opponent up there. Didn't mean to do it. So a free kick here for Park Center as they try and get something going here, down 4-1. Again, they're unbeaten on the season coming in at 4-0, but they knew this would probably be the best test that they would get so far, and it's proven to be that. Offside flag is up, and that one would not have counted even had it gone in. Kind of interesting that, when we talked to the coaches, I got the feeling that Coach Dossett just had a confident feeling about, even though he has a lot of young guys in the lineup, nowhere near as many returning players as Park Center. I think he had a good feeling about that his team had a pretty good chance in this one, and that's proving to be true.
Well, he said he was very happy with the way the team's been playing. He's telling us that with all the returning, or the not that many returning.
Here's a shot attempt and fought off there by Litwin. And again, remember, he's the guy looking in the sun this half too. And he knew that one might be a tough catch, so he just knocked it down with the hands and controlled it from there. So Park Center again showing they're capable that you don't want to pencil this one in as a W just yet if you're the Rebels, even though they obviously have a nice 3-goal advantage. It wouldn't be surprising to see a few more chances here, like this one.
Wow.
And that one's off the football crossbar. Chief Williams let it rip, but just about a foot high.
Boy, did he put some mustard on that one.
Woo!
I'm surprised the crossbar didn't bend on that one. All right. Let's see it again. What's the power behind this kick? Sets it up, takes a big whack at it.
And there wasn't like there was, all day to work with or that much room either.
No.
I mean, he showed an ability to, really get a hard shot away without much of a run up there.
I bet you Litwin was glad that didn't come right at him.
Oh, I know it. He would have had to consider ducking instead of trying to save it, right?
Yes. I mean, those kind of shots, the only thing you can do is put your mitts up there and hope they bounces fortuitously off your gloves.
Of course, he does have the goggles to protect him a little bit too. So But I don't think you want that to rely on that.
Let's see it. A number 5 soccer ball that's heavy leather coming at you at 78 miles an hour, whatever the speed is. Let's see, do I save that one or do I take one for the team? I don't know. Anyway, great opportunity there for the Pirates. They're trying to get back into the game.
Well, and that's what you hope to see if you're their coaching staff too, and not just, start to get frustrated and kind of pack it in. You hope to see a team that comes back with some fight, and even if they don't come back to win this one, because obviously that's going to be a long road. But if they at least, really battle back and make a game of it, kind of get something to feel good about heading into their next games.
That's true, and they would certainly use a quick goal now to get their momentum and advantage back.
Another pretty tough test coming for the Pirates as they go over to Totino Grace Thursday and then at Maple Grove Saturday. So it's not an easy week.
No, it doesn't get any easier.
Kane sending it ahead here, but really nobody home for the Pirates, or for the Rebels. They'll knock it back. Brody Ping booting it out of there for Park Center. Heinen gaining control. Then sent ahead here, and Ping came out, played it with the foot off the defender. As boy, they nearly snuck Kane through again, and that play was going to be was onside. This is part of what's hurt Park Center too, turning the ball over and right in that spot. The midfield they've been struggling to get through.
That's what we were talking about before. The midfield are doing a good job of going after the ball and getting the 50-50s, and giving them a big advantage.
Benar couldn't get control. Pirates send it up the line. Good hustle there to get there by Bloss. And he'll send it ahead, and this ball going to get out of play, but it's still worthy of a little, you heard the applause from Champlin Park fans. That was great effort to intercept that pass.
Yes, it was.
There's Jordan Ross coming in for Champlin Park, a sophomore.
And Heinen will get a rest. He's been playing a pretty hectic game.
Yeah, he's done some nice things for them, and obviously the young freshman Kana has had a couple of goals and he had one other real near miss here a moment ago, so you probably have to give him the nod as maybe their player of the game so far, but certainly some other guys have gotten the job done very well too, and Heinen being chief among them.
Yeah, I like the way he's been playing his midfield position, dropping back on defense when he needs to and moving forward when the opportunity is there.
It's going to be a corner kick for Champlin Park as headed out of play there by Granner.
It's their first corner of the second half. They only had one in the first half.
Yeah, it's about the only thing stat-wise or whatever that didn't go well for them.
Yeah, I just realized that when I looked over at Willie's sheet there.
Azera Mabera getting set to take this corner here for Champlin Park, see what they can do with it. High along the line, it's actually going to wind up on the back of the net there. Ping looking to get it back in play. Obviously, we don't know how the rest of the half's going to go, but you sort of get the feeling maybe that Champlin Park weathered Park Center's best shot here early in the second half a little bit too, because they definitely got a few opportunities.
Yes, you're absolutely right. The Pirates had a good opportunity, but the Rebel defense came up big.
Swen battling it out there with Merrick. Ball won nicely there by Camacho for Park Center. Now Yanka. He'll play it to the outside. And they're able to keep possession here. Stepping up, here's the shot attempt, and on net Litwin able to make the save here for Champlin Park. Pirates force a quick turnover though. Litwin trying to go quick with it, distributing up the left side, and it didn't really pay off. Guate the throw in. And Rebels again able to force a turnover. They've done a nice job with their body tonight too. And not that they've been overly physical, but they seem to do a nice job of, taking the angle and stepping in front, getting the ball. Oh, nice return here. A chance and a goal. Wow, you could see that one coming. Park Center, they had the numbers there and they were patient enough, and they were able to pump it home to get within 4-2. As that one wound up being a kind of a mini breakaway because it was such a nice return pass, and Litwin didn't have much chance here. Watch this one as Swen takes it on the outside, drops it to Yanka, right back to him, and Swen will get his second of the game.
What a beautiful setup that was. We were just saying, if they can get one goal, get that much closer. Look at this movement. Just beautiful. Well, we said earlier that you can't discount this Pirate team. They have some scoring power up on top, and we just saw it. If they could get one more of those in the next few minutes, that's going to get really interesting the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, they got half of the half to go, and I wasn't just trying to keep you tuned in by saying it's not over yet with it at 4-1, because a lot of times you kind of say, yeah, it probably is over, but Park Center had a couple of near misses, one goal disallowed, and then one very near miss on a great chance earlier. We had a big collision here, and we might, I don't think this is going to be a card. I think it's just injury stoppages. Williams and Merrick both hit each other's legs, and Merrick is a little bit banged up, and Williams maybe even more so. It is going to be a yellow card. He jumped down with the foot on top of Merrick. And so even though Williams got the worst of that one, in looking at it again, I think it probably is a decent call, because he jumped with his foot forward onto the ankle of Merrick.
And that's what you have to be careful of. That's how you can very easily shatter a foot. Boy, you don't want Williams to be hurt. He's over at the sideline with the athletic trainer.
So he has to come out because of the yellow card, and probably would have anyway with that injury, but kind of looks like he's moving better already than he was when he first got up. So let's hope that means he'll be able to play. And then Merrick went out as well. Shaken up a little bit there. Headed out, it'll be a throw near the corner for Champlin Park. And of course, these long plays when the ball goes out like that, when you're the team that's behind, it doesn't help you much either.
No, it doesn't, and it also takes away the momentum that you just had. They've been moving the ball really, really well.
And Park Center, I think, kind of complaining that Champlin Park is really taking their sweet time to get over that ball. And right back out of play it goes.
Yeah, they're clearly not in a hurry. And it gets confusing over there, the guys that are dealing with the balls. Ball boys are kind of interfering with the play, because you can see them dribbling and bouncing the ball, and it's a little bit distracting.
Battle forward here. Jordan Ross trying to get it ahead there for Champlin Park, but the Pirates wind up with it, and they'll look to attack up the left side. And guess who? Chief Williams back in there. He is tripped up. It's going to be just a throw, I believe.
Yep, it was. Yeah, they got to have Williams in there, because that's part of that scoring trio.
Good news that he's all right, certainly, too. And
yes.
Throw again here for Park Center. So they try and battle back. They were down 4-1 at halftime. They have the only goal of the second half. Came about midway through. In fact, 1 second shy of the midway mark in the second half. Going to be another throw here for Park Center. Williams trying to battle through a double team. Then it's taken by Swen. Whoa, that was a quick, low, hard shot, and Litwin was ready. Good anticipation there by Litwin. You know, you got to be sharp and expecting when the ball's that close to you that a turnover is going to mean a quick shot, and that's exactly what he saw.
You're looking at the stats with the Pirates shooting 4 shots and 2 on goal in the first half. They got 6 shots, 5 on goal in the second half for an 83%. That's pretty good.
Lifted high in the air here, and then the header goes out of play. It'll be a throw for Park Center. Williams trying to find some space to go, but knocked away from him. Now lofted ahead, race on here. Trying to get there is Kenny for Champlin Park. Now over to Ross. Gets a shot away, but it looked like it was going to be wide anyway. Ping will take no chances. He scoops it up, and he wants to get it going back in the other direction in a hurry here. Oh, a nice interception there as Swen tried to come up the left side. Swen controlling here for PC, playing it ahead now, and that's offside. Tried to get Chief Williams sprung there, but it didn't quite happen. So free kick here for Champlin Park, a little over 15 to go. They still lead at 4-2. Park Center's gotten the momentum a little bit after that goal that brought them to within 2, but still certainly a road back for them. And we get a handball call here against Park Center, so the Rebels will get a free kick. Cullen Mork actually will not take it, he'll leave it as they get situated here.
Yeah, they're loading up the forwards.
Granner blocking that one though for Park Center. Never really had a chance, and it's going to bounce out of play though. A throw for Champlin Park. Nathan Collins will check out now as Merrick does come back in. So both the guys that we saw shaken up earlier in that collision are both back and playing again. So Merrick said, we talked about, a couple guys who've played well. He obviously was big with that early throw-in that led to the goal, and he's done some nice things for Champlin Park tonight too. Not a great throw there though, and it goes out of play. They'll turn it over to Park Center. Battle for it here. Yanka trying to win that one, and he does.
He's trying to get past those 2 defenders, but staying with it.
Hammered out of play here by McSweeney, and now you can kind of see Champlin Park has kind of had to go back into defensive mode here and just try and fight him off.
Yeah, they're dropping an extra midfielder back on defense. They're playing a 5-man line on defense.
Jonas Kenny picking it up here. Looks long for Ross. Granner gets back first though for PC. Nice step up there by McSweeney. And he's able to keep possession and plays it to the outside. Really nice job there by McSweeney. Now Kenny. Knocked away from him. It will be a Rebels throw as they are getting set to bring Leo Kane back in. And we've got a stoppage, and I think this is cramps for Champlin Park's McSweeney. He went down to the field briefly and then is getting up, but going to have to replace him. Well, remember to vote for the CCX Sports Play of the Week, as each week we choose 4 top plays, and then you, the viewers, vote to decide which will win the Play of the Week. To vote, go to ccxmedia.org and then click Sports and Play of the Week. And Play of the Week is brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Maple Grove. Long throw into the front here. Pirates get first touch on that one, though. Merrick coming up to meet it, lifts it high in the air. Oh, and Ping went tumbling over Rebels player there. A little grumbling as referee having a quick little talk with him there. Trying to go to Swen up that left side. Swen very dangerous.
They got 2 guys on him, and he still gets past them. Look
Swen
out.
walking into the front. He shoots, and that one is blocked. Wow, it looked like they were going to have a pretty good chance to get it within 1 there.
I think he had 1 touch too many. He was trying to set up for a bullet, and the defender came up and blocked it.
Foul call here against the Rebels as you get another look. Boy, it looked like he was hemmed in, and all of a sudden, whoop, he squirts right through.
See, right there, he's kind of stuttering a little bit and gives the defender a chance to come in there and block it. But what a nice move he made to get past those defenders.
And then Bloss, give him credit for timing that one up nicely to make the block. As much as any of the plays tonight, I thought, okay, here we go. This one's probably going to be a goal. And nice job by the defender. And Litwin would have been in a tough spot to try and save one from that distance.
Yeah, once he penetrated that defense, when he came out from that, I figured this is going to be a goal. He's going to send a rocket in there, but good defensive play.
Heinen coming back in for Champlin Park, one of their captains. Tried to go back to him on the outside here. Oops. Played back for Ping. Wow, that one might have gotten over. The Rebels are saying that should be a corner kick. And it sure was close. Swen looking up the line for Chief Williams, but couldn't quite connect with him. Knocked out a play, though, by the Rebels, so quick throw in for PC. Get a push called against Champlin Park. Free kick here for the Pirates. They have not conceded by any means. They're coming hard here, down by 2.
And from our turnaround from the first half, the Rebels are racking up the fouls. That's foul number 7 in the second half. They only racked up 3 in the total first half.
Referee getting that wall situated.
Yeah, look for a rocket here.
Back it goes to Williams. Chief Williams' shot was deflected on the way in, so it didn't have all that much on it by then. And Litwin getting it out of there. Kane trying to beat the defender. He already has a pair of goals tonight. Puts the brakes on, drops it back, but intercepted. Rebels maybe would have liked to get that ball in deeper and control it a little bit more there. You don't want to gamble on dropping the pass back at this time in this score.
Yeah, because you're looking at a Pirate team that has gained some momentum.
Vasquez ahead for Kana. Ping was coming way out, but his defense that time stood its ground and did a nice job. Nice little move here, then the pass across, but broken up. Volleyed long. Williams is waiting there, hoping to pounce on any sort of mistake. Swen comes up with it. Swen to Chief Williams. Jabbed away from him. Pirates really bringing it late here, but will there be enough time for them to try and battle back? They're down by 2 goals, and Swen is hurt.
Oh, they don't need that. Williams is already a little bit groggy from his injury, and now Swen down. He's up and moving around. Keep an eye on him.
Free kick for Park Center. Lofting it out front, and a collision as Litwin came out to try and get to that one. And it'll be a goal kick for Champlin Park. Nobody touched it. And no call as far as foul, and Litwin is a little hobbled. Although, I don't know, at my first glance, I felt like Litwin kind of initiated the contact. Not necessarily on purpose, but he ran right into a player more so than the player running into him, is the way I saw it anyway, and I think the referee must have as well. Because he did not call a foul, I don't think.
No, he didn't. I think he called good with the keeper having the, let's call it, grace of running up there for the ball. So he gets a little bit of a favored call. Waiting to get in position, and away we go. Nice takeaway.
Yanka waited for the double team, but then he lost it back. Good hustle, but not quite able to keep it in was Vasquez there. So a throw for Park Center. Headed back out. Nice duck on to avoid getting hit by that ball there. And we'll get another throw here for PC as Guate. I know sometimes, I mean, obviously this happens in a lot of games where you're thinking of Park Center, well, if you had this much urgency all game long, you wouldn't be behind, but I mean, that's just the nature of it here. They're feeling the pressure to try and get back into the game here.
Exactly, and now looking at how Park Center is fighting back really well in the last 6-7 minutes. I was thinking about, boy, how big were those goals?
Right up the middle. Another chance here, and that high bouncer is going to go wide as Ping came way out to challenge Kane there, and he didn't feel he was going to be able to keep possession and go around him, so he tried to just loft one over him, and that's a pretty tough thing to hit the net from that distance with a goalie charging right at you.
Yeah, I can relate. I tried a 9-iron at that and did the same thing, went way off to the right. Another good takeaway from the Pirate midfielders. Nice job there.
Back to Quate, but then the pass gets away and into the Pirates bench. A throw here for Champlin Park. Brandon Bloss will take it. And back out of play again. Another throw here for the Rebels. Trying to send it across to Heinen. Now Swen. And it'll be a throw for Champlin Park. They're doing the right thing, too, by going forward with these throws now. I mean, even if you turn it over, you at least want to push the ball deeper into Park Center's end.
And now let your forwards go in there and get a takeaway. Boy, Kona does it again.
Wow, he's able to block that twice and kept it in, and then it'll come to Ping. But even though it doesn't result like in a chance, it eats up more time, too, and just forces Park Center to go, full field to come back to try and get a chance. Pirates have spent an awful lot of energy, too, fighting back into it, and now you start to wonder, do they have all that much left in the tank to try and get any more goals here? Obviously, we're down to a point where it's going to be a tall order with only 4 minutes to go to battle back and tie it, but
that's a possibility. The other factor is you got two of their star scorers, Swen and Williams, both with those injuries. So you have to wonder, are they at 100%? Long
throw in there. Granner Sending it toward midfield. Yanka trying to get control here for Park Center, but it went out, and another throw for the Rebels.
Yeah, like I said, Rebels getting those throw-ins and getting him downfield.
Bounces high in the air here. Another opportunity. Ooh, that one blocked down. Nice block by Salado Herrera. It will result in a corner kick, but it was another pretty good opportunity there for Kane. So the Rebels taking the corner here. Will be down to about 3 minutes to go by the time they put it in play, and they lead it 4-2. Heinen will take it.
Low screamer. It'll be another corner kick.
And this is kind of just what Champlin Park wanted. I mean, yeah, you'd like to score a goal, but second best thing is to have it go right out of play in another corner.
Yep, you're sitting going goal clock.
Heinen stepping to the middle, firing the shot, and he got under it just a little too much. Dead center, but too high, and it'll be a goal kick here for Park Center. Another throw coming for Champlin Park.
Well, now with under 2 minutes to go in the match, you got to hand it to Park Center.
Kane putting it over as Agari Ward trying to get a shot. Ooh, he almost had a chance to rip one from the top of the box there, but just knocked away at the last second.
Yeah, I was going to say, hand it to the Pirates for the second half. They have not given up a shot on goal in the entire second half. They give up 4 goals in the first half.
That's the good news. The bad news is, though, they were down 4-1 at half, and that long road back, and we've got a Pirate shaken up here. Gonna stop play. See another look. Oh, yeah. This
caught the
ankle there.
Yeah, those shin guards don't go down to the ankle for production.
Remember to watch for the girls' game as well between the Rebels and Pirates on CCX. John Jacobson will join Sig for the call of that one.
That should be fun. This has been fun. This has been a good game. I really like this game. A lot of action. There's no giving up on either side, obviously.
Played up the middle here. Ping will come out to track it down. He hammered it right into his teammate there, but they'll get away with it.
Yep. Fortunately, that ricochet didn't go all the way back to the net.
Nice step up there to knock it away from Williams. You don't want to guess wrong on one like that and allow Williams to turn and go, but at the same time, you can't, you don't want to just sit back and let him dazzle you with footwork either.
Yeah, and he can do that too.
Ping waiting for it to get in the box here as we're down to the final seconds of this one.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So the final seconds will tick down, and Park Center will lose for the first time this season after a 4-0 start. And Champlin Park kind of showing maybe they're for real here. They started 2-1 with an overtime loss to Maple Grove, whipped Spring Lake Park and Elk River pretty good, and then beat a pretty decent Park Center team here by a score of 4-2. So the Rebels have a lot of new faces in the lineup, but a lot of guys who can play, and they took advantage of most of their good chances in that first half. Maybe caught Park Center's D asleep a time or two and made it work. They win it 4-2 here, so a nice performance by them.
Yes, it was. I was really impressed with the way Champlin Park came out as a team. Good ball control. They achieved their goal, which was to control the midfield, and that set things up. There were a couple of mistakes, I thought, by the Pirate defense that cost them some goals. If not for those mistakes, it would have been a much closer game, obviously. But Rebels did a good job winning it 4-2.
So best of luck to both teams as they continue their seasons. And again, a reminder to watch for the girls' game between the Rebels and Pirates as well. That'll do it for this boys contest. For Sig Lagry and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Again, your final, Champlin Park 4, Park Center 2.